Hello and welcome. In this video, we'll cover how to install Tosca Server for Tricentis Tosca version 14.2. Firstly, to be able to successfully install Tosca Server, you'll need to make sure that some prerequisites are met. The version of Tosca Server that you want to install should match the one of Tricentis Tosca installed on your machine. You'll also need to have local administrator rights to install Tosca Server. You can consult the software and hardware requirements on our user manual, which you can find online on our user support portal. Finally, you'll need the Tosca Server installer downloaded on your PC. In this case, you would need the one for Tosca Server 14.2. You can download the installer from the Tricentis support portal. Once all prerequisites are met, you can install Tosca Server. There are two ways to do this: in unattended mode or via the Setup dialog. In this video, we'll cover how to install Tricentis Tosca Server via the Setup dialog. To begin the installation, double-click on the installer file. As a first step, the system verifies whether you have all the required components installed on your computer. Here you can click Next to continue. Read and accept the license agreement and click Next. In the Tosca Diagnostics dialog, specify whether you want to enable Tosca Diagnostics, then click on Next. You'll then be asked to select the installation directory and the features you want to install. At this point, you'll be asked to perform an initial configuration of the selected Tricentis Tosca Server features, but don't worry, as you can also adapt or extend these configurations later on. The settings to configure will depend on which features you selected earlier. For example, in the Tricentis Tosca Server Shared Settings dialog, you can configure HTTP, HTTPS, the port, and the data directory. In the REST API Settings dialog, you can configure the workspaces path, which is the path to the directory where all workspaces are stored. In the Exploratory Test Server Settings dialog, you'll be asked to enter the activation key for the Exploratory Testing Server. This key is provided in your license agreement. After you've configured your selected features, click Next to continue with the installation process. The subsequent dialog provides you with a configuration overview. Click on Install. At the end of the installation, you'll be given a series of options. You can consult the Windows installer logs, start Tosca Server in browser, or access the service configurator. Select the options you need and click on Finish. You now know how to install Tosca Server 14.2.